All right, let's get to starting lineup. Current roster.
Ooh.
Actually,
man, I really do like the roster.
I know
it has so much.
It's missing one fucking player.
I don't like it.
No. It has potential. Like you ever had like a meal, you're like,
it's missing something.
It's missing something.
All right.
You snap your fingers like 1,000 times.
Yeah, like it's about to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
What is it missing?
It's a addition by subtraction.
Yeah, it's a
all right.
Maybe a little,
but right because finish that.
Maybe it's a little too strong in the pepper. Maybe it's a little too strong in the onion powder, garlic powder. Like maybe it's a little too strong in a certain area. If you remove it a little bit, maybe simmer it down with a little water, maybe it can flourish a little bit.
Y'all need a show.
We keep trying to tell you, like, come on, man.
Yeah, we need to talk about this pizza thing.
Appreciate you, Lexa. Thank you.
And margaritas.
Pizza and margaritas.
Yeah, man.
I can shout. No, I ain't gonna shout them out because they ain't a sponsor. But
yeah.
All right, Jarrett.
What's up?
Today, who's your starting five?
Damn, bro.
Damn, bro. Roster,
man,
you know the roster.
Malcolm Hill on the roster.
I guess I knew that.
The tough part is you're gonna have to. Fuck. Can I give you my starting roster, a lineup, and can I give you my closing lineup?
Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Okay, so starting lineup, closing lineup.
Starting lineup. I'm gonna have Daniel Tyson there. Give me Dejounte. Give me Zion. Give me Brandon.
Dejounte, Brandon, Tice,
Zion,
CJ
or Trey or Herb. I'm gonna go Trey.
Herb and CJ off the bench.
Yes.
I want to hear your closing lineup. I want to hear your closing lineup. Then I want to address that.
All right. I'm gonna go. Okay, give me Dejounte. Give me Zion. That's easy. Trey. I'm gonna go CJ, and I'm gonna go Herb.
Say it again.
That wasn't too many, huh?
Say it again.
Dejounte, Trey, Zion, CJ, and Herb.
No Brandon?
No Brandon.
You're not going to close it?
No.
Wow. Lots of address there.
One, because I need space, right? And if I put the ball in Dejounte's hands, like, I need shooting. Like, Brandon doesn't give me space to shoot. And if I go pick and roll with Zion, I need the floor space enough for Zion to get rolls and being able to pitch from that. If Brandon's there, that's just a guy just sitting in the lane. It's skill set based. It's not personal. It's just skill set based.
So you had CJ and Herb coming off the bench to start the game. Okay, so Herb will do anything for the team. So that's not going to be a problem. He just doesn't deserve it. Herb should start.
Yeah.
He just odd man out.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but he's your sixth. He's closing and he's your sixth man off the bench, most likely, right? Now CJ.
Yeah.
You're telling me CJ McCollum's going to accept that role?
Hell yeah, because CJ, you can look at the numbers. I think he shot 50 plus on catch and shoots, 50-some% on catch and shoots. Yeah, you'll be doing that a lot, buddy.
With nobody to pass on the ball.
Now they're passing the ball.
Shoot that shit 75% now.
Yeah, and with space, and Herb is in the opposite corner, Trey's on a wing. All right, pick your poison. What do you want to do as a defense? Like, this is the most advantageous offense that I can think of. That's what I would choose. But
I agree with you. I don't disagree with you.
The only reason it looks different starting is because of the money. The money tells me who starts.
Right. I'm just saying, do you think CJ would accept that role?
If it benefited CJ, he would. Like, you have to show CJ.
Like, do you think he's ready to he's just coming off one of his best shooting seasons in his career, and do you think he's ready to move to the bench? It's like your final step, right? Like, do you think he's ready to accept that after a guy that showed he's played hurt, he's been the number one option for a couple of years, playoff games, whatever you like? He's done a lot.
If I'm CJ, bro, this is a way to preserve you. This isn't like a knock against you. This is preserve you. That way you're not going into the playoffs or, a situation where you're injured again because you're logging a ton of minutes because you're the starter. Like this could easily shave, 6 to 8 minutes off his nightly, duties. And I think that's doable for him. And he can be fresh later on in the season.
Okay. Those all great points. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think there is a right answer, and I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No,
I just think that 2 out of the 3, 2 out of the 3 are going to most likely get screwed and they don't deserve it. Yeah. All right, Lito, starting lineup, closing.
That was a little crazy.
Mm-hmm. I thought about it. That I need to.
No, that's okay.
Just all right. No,
Sunday.
Just
the Sunday show.
Lord's Day.
Starting lineup. Tice, Dejounte, Zion, Brandon, Trey. Closing lineup. CJ, Dejounte, Zion, Brandon, Trey.
Okay.
Say that closing lineup one more time. So Herb's on the bench again.
Yep.
Tice is on the bench.
Yep.
I love the closing lineup. And if you can play situational basketball, it makes sense where you get Herb in on defensive subs. Mm-hmm. That 5 right there, if they can string a couple stops, just a couple. The problem is, Lito, where's your rebounding coming from?
Dejounte.
Okay, so Dejounte and Zion have to get?
Yeah.
And do you trust? I trust Dejounte. I've seen it from Zion. I just haven't seen it for a whole year.
I trust the 2022 version, Spurs version of Dejounte.
I think Trey Murphy has to average 10 rebounds this year again.
Yep.
If Trey has to average 10, then what does Zion have to average?
8.
So you're putting more rebounding pressure on Trey than Zion.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Look, to be honest, if this is the center talent we gonna have, everybody got to step their rebounding up.
Oh, sure.
Everybody. Like Brandon got to average 7, Dejounte got to average 6, 7, Zion has to average 8, 9. Trey got to give me at least 9, 10. Herb got to have 5. CJ probably will get you 5. I can't think of who else is on the team. But yeah.
Nah, to Lito's point, like Trey ain't the one dribbling the ball. They're not asking Trey to play make. They're not asking Trey to, get guys involved. They're asking you to shoot, play defense, and rebound. Yeah, like I think 10 rebounds is something, especially when you want to get paid, right? Like, what's going to give? You can't just get paid $100 and some odd million by just having one. And I hate the fact that this brings me to another point. Even if we didn't talk about Jordan Hawkins, stop making players into like these boxed in positions. Like, you can't just be a shooter, bro. You're a basketball player, right? Like, what other skill set do you have? Like, yeah, this is the one that gets you paid, but what's the one that's going to like elongate your career? Like, we look at Jordan Hawkins, like, okay, he had a really great game tonight, but this is another game where he's turning the ball over. His handle's not strong. Again, I'm not asking him to play me, but you got to be strong with the ball if you're a guard, because you're going to be.
You knew that was a weakness too going in.
I've said this so many times. Like, what are the skill sets that the Pelicans team is it initiating into these players or gifting these players? Like, all right, this is what we're going to work on for you to be a better basketball player.
Yep.
Because you can look at San Antonio, you look at OKC, you look at Denver. Any player that goes there, they leave there with something else that's beneficial for them. You can't say that about any other, Pelicans player outside of Lonzo Ball when he left with a basket, with a jump shot.
I think that's kind of my problem with the whole start or play Carlo, not even play, but just them, Carlo and Missy being active players on the roster, where like 2 young guys who don't have NBA experience. Both of them don't have it.
Yeah.
Nobody has played an NBA minute. Like, where do you've seen the bigs that the Pelicans have had drafted and or like had on the team, where have they gotten better at? Who has gotten better? Like Jonas came here, he was Jonas. Like he was a made man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had Derek Favors, his body gave out on him. You know what I'm saying?
Jackson Hayes.
I wasn't even gonna count him just because like that is
Steven Adams.
But he was who he was. Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have great health.
Well, I'm just trying to think like,
man, it isn't just the center position. I am talking about all around
the floor. But I was specifically speaking the center position just because, like, as a young player, I think that's probably point guard and center, the two hardest spots to learn.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have two guys who have not played an NBA minute, Carlo does not have college basketball experience, even though he played professionally, you know, where he's from. Missy has played 4 years of basketball.
So that's and this goes back to the whole thing. It's like, okay, start like closing. You're a center away, but you can't, like, I think you're putting Carlo and Missy in a very unfair position.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if they're logging major minutes and God forbid a Tice or JRE go down, like you're in real trouble. Like, and this is a team that, like, look at it, like, hasn't stayed healthy. Also, who's playing behind Zion? Like, the roster just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
You know what's funny? It's not even advantageous because, like, you don't even run sets that, you know, they don't have to be a focal point,
right?
Like, or get in the way. Like, you don't even know what you're doing. Like, you're just hoping that they somehow find their you know, NBA sea legs on the run. Like, that's not going to be a recipe for success.
Right. I agree. I think it's a huge question.